Okay, here we go. Let me ask you a question. Is God humbling his entire creation? Some of you Christians might think, no. God is only humbling his Christians, his chosen ones. There might be others of you who think, no, God wouldn't do that. No. God is only humbling the non-chosen ones, the non-believers. Let me share with you what God has taught me. Not only is God humbling his chosen ones all over the universe, you heard me, not just on planet Earth, but everywhere that his chosen ones are, he's humbling. But he's also humbling the non-chosen ones all over the universe. And now let me give you some more information. He's also humbling the evil spirits. You might call them demons. It doesn't matter. They're monsters. They were holy angels at one time. They rebelled against God and his Christ. We don't know exactly how. Christians make up stories and turn it into doctrine, even though we can't be sure how this happened. And Jesus snapped his finger and transformed them into the most hideous monsters, far beyond what your imagination can perceive. God is humbling the demons. Without a doubt, they are being humbled in every sector of the universe that they are located, and I believe they're everywhere. Let me share a couple stories with you. When I was a teenager, Ken Griffey Jr., the baseball player, was playing for Seattle. And now this was a while ago, I have to admit. But he had quite possibly the best baseball swing I have ever seen. When he was in his prime, he was as good or better than anybody else in the history of this game. And what happened is he switched from the Seattle Mariners to the Cincinnati Reds, where his dad played. His dad is Ken Griffey. And I saw that God started to really humble Ken Griffey Jr. And he got injury after nagging injury after nagging injury, year after year after year, and was never even a shadow of himself ever again in the game of baseball. I remember when I was a teenager, Bo Jackson came out of college, or high school and college. Not only was he playing baseball, but he was playing football for the Oakland Raiders. And as a baseball player, he was an average player. But as a football player, now remember, this was a while ago. As a football player, he was absolutely off the charts. Before Bo Jackson, we had not seen a running back or a fullback with that size, that speed, that power, that explosiveness, and those muscles. We had not seen that before. Now, I know over the next 20 to 30 years, there have been a lot of running backs and fullbacks that are in the Bo Jackson prototype. But Bo Jackson was a prototype. And as he dominated the NFL, lo and behold, he got not only a season-ending injury, he got a career-ending injury. Some of you might follow basketball. Stephen Curry, without a doubt, the greatest three-point shooter in the history of the NBA. And as our time is winding down here on earth, and we're getting closer and closer to the 7-year tribulation starting, he might go down in history as the greatest three-point shooter of all time. Just 2 seasons ago, he got a season-ending injury and missed an entire season, from what I understand. I wanted to give you 3 real-life examples to show you that God is humbling his entire creation. Here's 2 more, but let me go fast. Jimmy Page, possibly the greatest hard rock guitar writer of all time, writing Stairway to Heaven, Kashmir, Whole Lotta Love, etc., etc. After Led Zeppelin's last album release, when I was still in high school, he has never written another great song again. His career has done, basically after Led Zeppelin, his career has done practically nothing. Another example, Eddie Van Halen, he's a prototype. God used Eddie Van Halen as a prototype. Well, because of drugs and alcohol, he lost more talent from drugs and alcohol than 99% of guitarists will ever have in their lifetime. You see, God has been humbling you and I from the second we were born. As we're born naked, we're hungry, we're making a mess all over our body, all over the nurse, all over our mom, and we're crying and having a temper tantrum. He's been humbling us since the second we were born until the second we die. Let me tell you one last story. Is God humbling the holy angels? Most of you would say, no, Garrett, they're already holy. They don't sin. They're already humble. There's no need to humble the angels. They're already humble. If you believe that, you're making a terrible mistake. Listen to this. You and I are created as an angel. We have billions upon billions of trillions of brothers all over the universes. There are billions of trillions of us. We love one another. We're brothers. We talk. We share. We learn about each other. God's showing us the creation. We see God for how he really is. A short time later, about 1/3 of our brothers wants to rebel against God and his Christ. You and I say no to the rebellion, not because you're perfect, not because you're holy, not because you're better than your other brothers, only because Jesus sends us grace to say no to the rebellion. And seconds later, we look at hundreds of trillions of our brothers, and they are the most hideous, evil, sinister monsters that we had ever thought of, dreamed of, or could even imagine. And if that's not enough, they start attacking us and we go to war. And if that's not enough, you and I, us holy angels, are losing the war. Our brothers who are now demons, who are now murderers, who are now torturers and rapists, are defeating us in battle. And if it weren't for grace from God, the demons would have defeated us. Now, human beings are created, and we see our brothers attacking the humans downstairs. I'm sorry, not downstairs. Sorry, I was reading something. Down on earth, attacking the animals, attacking the plants and vegetation, attacking the air, the water, the fruit, the vegetables, the fish, the mammals. And they're murdering humans, torturing them, raping them, drinking their blood, eating their flesh, licking up their body water, drinking their body fluids, eating all of the stuff that comes out of a human body, animals, and everything else. I have a question for you. You're a holy angel. I'm a holy angel in this story. I have a question for you. After watching this happen for thousands and thousands of years, don't you think this would be humbling? Don't you think watching this would change the way we think, change the way we feel, change the way we act, change the way we behave, change the way we do everything? Of course it would. The angels are studying what God is doing in his creation just as much or more than we chosen ones are trying to learn. This would be incredibly humbling for the angels to watch and to go through and to go to battle against your brothers who are now monsters, and to learn about God's judgments, to learn about God's wrath, to learn about God's anger, to learn about the brand new torture center that God just created, that God just designed, that God just planned, that God just built. Don't you think this would be humbling? You better believe it's humbling to the angels. Yes, child of God. God is humbling his entire creation down to the molecular level. All of it is being humbled before God. Copy me. Let's practice being more humble every day, every hour, every 10 minutes. Let's humble ourselves more before our God and before the Master of the universe, who is his Son, whom we call Jesus in the English language. Let's humble ourselves more. Amen.